What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Today's deck has got to be the most infuriating deck to go against. I'm sorry that it's even a thing. Pure evil design, and it focuses on playing the most toxic cards in Snap over and over until we hit the deck name, Alt F4. So the deck has multiple builds, but we got to talk about the toxic cards, and we start with the newest card, Spider-Ham. Now, this guy's a 10 out of 10, guys. One of the best Series 4 cards. It's a one-cost card, man, that offers intel. It offers just frustration. It can just straight up counter a lot of decks out there. And it makes a few cards better, and it's got some wonky mechanics. The Pig is going to be a 4-cost card always, so your opponent can technically Zabu it. The Hulk and his ongoing power, I think Null, a couple of those cards are going to get almost better from it sometimes, but everything else gets torched, and I think the intel piece of it is one of the best parts of the card. Really strong. We're going to talk about him lots today. The next card we have is Iceman. You guys know him all too well at this point. Just a good card, right? We can mess up a lot of curve. If we don't hit their highest card with Spider-Ham, we can play this multiple times. And all these cards are going to work so much better when you play Black Widow. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck because we send over the Widow's Bite, and then we can Iceman that Widow's Bite. We can do Scorpion, which we'll get to in just a moment. A lot of ways just to cause pure frustration. If they're playing a MODOK deck and you don't have priority, you shoot Black Widow over and they don't even pull the Chavez. Like, there's a lot of ways to win and capitalize with the card, and then you stop their draw. So really good altogether. If they play Wave and you play this card as well, you know, they have to play it down. Just awesome stuff. And of course, you can bounce it back, right? Now, Cable is one that is not going to be played in all of our decks today. I think he took a pretty big nerf with American Chavez's kind of change. He pulls Chavez a lot, and by that time, you know, she already did what she's supposed to do. But it's more ways to get intel combined with Spider-Pig. If you take their Shang-Chi or their Darkhawk, you know they don't have it, right? And then you can just proceed to win. So I like him a lot. Bouncing him back feels pretty good. Just don't play him with Darkhawk in your own deck. Obviously not that great. Now, Scorpion's the card that, you know, you obviously know by now. Super toxic. Good amount of loot cages out there, so maybe the negative ones won't always hit. But by playing Black Widow and then Scorpion, just, -1 that they have to play, you bounce it back. Bouncing him back is just brutal. You have great priority with the card, and overall, he can shut down a lot of the builds out there. Great Galactus counter. Love Scorpion as a card. And then obviously, Korg. He's going to go with our Darkhawk builds. We're about to talk about power cards, but, putting a rock in their hand, and then you Scorpion that, and you do it multiple times. It's typically him or Cable that I like to have in the decks. And all of these are going to work in tandem with Bast, obviously, and most of our power cards will as well. Now, for the power cards, guys, we have, obviously, Kitty Pryde that is naturally going to work with Bast and our bounce deck in total. Collector's naturally supposed to be in there as well to just build up easy power. Angela, Bishop, you can consider having these in the deck. All of these are going to work to give you nice power while also frustrating the opponent. We don't need too much power because of all the disrupt we will do, but this will be enough to usually net you a win in 2 locations. Hitmonkey and Mysterio, another just Bast favorite, one of my personal as well. You can run into some clogging issues with this, so, if you want Carnage and or just be mindful of the decks you're going up against. The Hawk is probably going to be one of the more popular ones that you'll play in the deck. We have Korg and Black Widow, and we can play these multiple times. So you can actually build them up to a pretty big power stat line. And he can definitely hold one location in his own, paired with America Chavez, who is going to be another one of our, big cards that we can rely on for consistent power that Bast isn't going to affect. And then we have our big win condition. It's still just like an OP combo. Iron Man and Bast is just a winner, man. You play Kitty, you play this on any of the other things you've been playing down, you're probably going to win that location. Not seeing too many Enchantresses out there. Even if you do, you can maybe Spider-Ham the Enchantress. So, love it all together. Very strong card, and these are going to be the power cards that we rely on. Now, one last thing for just power cards. I do have Leader into some of my decks, and I'll be playing with him today. Leader, just with high Evo, after all that disrupt, no matter what you do, the only play they can muster up on turn 6, you just copy. And you probably are going to have an edge on them. Not a lot of counters to the deck outside of something like Killmonger. But speaking of that, let's take a look at the decks. All right, first up, guys, we have the Disruption deck that is going to be the Alt F4 deck, as I like to call it. Pushing Disruption, bad stats. We have Iceman, we have Korg for rocks, we have Black Widow to stop draw, Scorpion for negative stats, and we can build up an army of demons via the Hood. We have Bast to boost up numbers on just about everyone here. Spider Ham to stop their best cards. We can Falcon all these 1-cost back. Then we can Beast them back, and all while building up our Darkhawk and Iron Man. A lot of these cards are going to be free that we can play into the Iron Man that's boosted up. Our Darkhawk is typically big enough to win its own lane via the Black Widow and Korg. And then I like to polish it off with Leader. Whatever they end up being able to play, we just copy it, right? Or you can go with America Chavez for a card that can't be Bast for more dependable power. Now, another kind of similar version to the deck is going to focus on Darkhawk again. I want to quickly say Spider-Ham does not need to be in these decks, but again, he's clearly one of the best options now. But this one is going to be Toxic Evil, and we've got the hood here. Same kind of premise and build with Korg and Black Widow. But now we have Carnage, who's going to help us with the hood plays, with our own debris, and then Sentry, of course, for massive power to get rid of the Void. And we have Zabu in this deck to allow us to play 2 different 4-cost cards on turn 6. We have Beast to bounce a lot of these options back. Viper is going to be pushing essentially a green goblin via the hood, or some debris rocks, and you can bounce it all back. So a lot of ways to push negative power, build up your own, and we also have a lot of power to boot. And then the other version of this deck, if you didn't have Spider-Ham, I think Valkyrie is going to fit perfectly here, as we have yet another thing to help us with the Void to get a dependable Sentry power. Just really strong. Valkyrie is just never expected by most. Look out for Luke Cage, as she does counter him, but we've got a lot of things working for the deck, and of course things like Darkhawk is going to want that Valkyrie in his lane. Now for the last evil builds, before we get to another just very dependable build, this is one that I'm going to be, I think, playing with in today's Conquest. We don't have Darkhawk, which arguably it's a better deck with him in there. I wanted to play Cable again, though, and I call it the deck Disrupt. I did not put Yondu in here, although he could maybe work, and I'm kind of working on a version with him there. But if you look at it, guys, we have Spider-Ham, Iceman, Black Widow, Cable, Scorpion, just a lot to mess up the deck, right? Like, we get rid of their game plan in Conquest mode. I think Cable is going to be pretty damn solid because we can pull and get some intel. We can get intel with Spider-Ham as well. Bast is going to help all of our cards out. Kitty Pryde builds up nicely to throw on Iron Man. And then again, we can cap it all off with America Chavez and or Leader. Now, you can play Korg and Darkhawk in this deck as well, but that's going to be the one that we kind of showed you at first. And I would say Scorpion is also replaceable, but very solid deck. And this is just up there as one of the more frustrating ones to go against because we're just like completely screwing up whatever game plan that they had going in. And then last but certainly not least, we have a Bastriot Upgraded deck. Now, this is less on the evil side and more on if you just want a really good damn deck that's built like the other ones that we've talked about today. Hitmonkey is going to be utilized in this version, and guys, I don't know what to say. This is just a very good deck. We are going to be focusing on mostly the same combos that we've talked about. We've got obviously the Bast with Iron Man. We have Shang-Chi to counter, America Chavez for dependency, the Bishop, Mysterio, and Hitmonkey combo. We have Jeff, just one of the best overall 2-cost cards. So this is one that I wanted to throw in there as just like a freaking solid-ass build. Now, you can play any of these decks to pretty large success. I've tested them all. They all work pretty damn good. Obviously, you know, the Darkhawk for power is great. The one that just pisses people off is just a ton of fun to play. And bounce does take some time to master. So do remember that. There's a lot of little things on, you know, returning cards to your hand and making sure you get the most power possible. So go ahead and test it out in Proven Grounds for a little bit, then go up to Silver, and then finally Gold. All right, so we're going to be heading into Gold Conquest, and we're playing the Alt F4. This is the version I'm going to take in. Probably going to tweak it just a little bit. The Darkhawk version is the one that I prefer, but I think Leader has a chance here against kind of those high Evo decks. All I know is we're going to be pissing a lot of people off. So we're going to take it in, see how we do, and yeah, let's dive in. All right, so we have Battle 1. We have Black Widow, Iceman, and Cable. Kamartaj to start us off, and Spider-Ham is brutal, man. This is gonna be a rough time for this guy. I think we hang on to Spider-Ham, but also it's like hitting him with like back-to-back pigs, even if they're not 6 costs, is so ridiculous. Let's go Iceman first, kind of see what deck he's playing. Or he does nothing, and we have the Volt. If we get Beast, oh yeah, we're snapping. We gotta snap into this, and then we'll play we'll play Black Widow. Double it up. If we get Scorpion, it's GG. If we don't, then we do something like Cable or Spider-Ham next turn. Oh my god, he's not gonna be drawing anything? Like, this guy's gotta leave, I feel like, soon, no? Alright, so we can go Spider-Ham this turn, and then Cable, maybe right side. Double pick him up, and then we can beast them all back next turn. He can't Green Goblin us or anything because of Mortage. We hit the Sarah twice, and we take a Scarlet Witch. He plays double. This is such a mean deck. I think the only issue with this deck is that I think they retreat before it's too late. Like, I think they don't ever stay for 8 cubes, because by the time that's even a possibility, you have absolutely demolished their soul playing Marvel Snap. They have a better chance of, like, again, all F4ing before they move on. All right, Bishop's up. We know we don't have to worry about a Sarah deck. It's probably Sarah control with us taking a Scarlet Witch. All right, good stuff. He does have the Nova, which means he's going to also have the Killmonger. We should look out for that. And we just got Kitty. So Iron Man's not a bad play here. Scarlet Witch as well. I think we Black Widow yet again. And we double Iceman yet again. And then we hit him with the Scarlet Witch. And then I can actually send all this back, too. Hell, I mean, I don't think he placed the pig, but I guess we can do that as well. And then we Falcon all this back. All right, let's do it. Dude, that's 4 Widow Bites. We potentially are going to hit him with Iceman, which means he would have to play them. We're going to get rid of the Volt. Oh, he might get my Iron Man, so that's a bummer. We're going to Spider. No, he got Enchantress and the pig, which means he didn't get my Iron Man, so we were able to see that. We get them all back before possible Killmonger. And here we go. So I think we can win the right side. Oh my god, we could just play... We just play leader, yeah? We have a real shot to play, like, multiple cards here. Okay, we got double pigs. Which, how much were these pigs, though? These are 4, so I don't think he can kill Monger at this point. It's Widow's Bite. Pig. And that's all she wrote. All right, so we got 4 cubes. And just decimate this guy. We had 4 Widow Bites. I don't even know what was left in his hand, but surely it was terrible. A lot of Icemans going on. The double leader. You know, Chavez is the one that's usually in that spot because of the Bast play. But I feel like leader gives us protection from getting pigged back. You know, if we lose leader, I think it's okay. And also, it's just pretty solid, I think, against a lot of decks. All right, so I will miss the Kamar Taj because that was kind of nice to have. Obviously, we don't want to play into Oscorp. We'll play Spider-Hair now because we already have Beast. Get rid of that Enchantress. Don't have to worry about that. We have the Volts again, and we already have Falcon. I suppose we can play Falcon, even though it's only 1 card. Get the pig back. Send the pig again, and then Beast both the pig and Falcon back? Or we get the hood and play it on Oscorp right now. Oh my god. Yeah, this is pretty good value because we can send the hood for, like, essentially now we have a green goblin we're sending over. We're going to Spider-Ham whatever the hell he does. It could be his Enchantress again, but that was only a 4 cost. He plays Bishop, which is a pretty good play there. We hit the Enchantress again. I think that's fine. But, dude, the guy doesn't have a lot of room. The Vault's going to close early. He's not going to be able to build up this Bishop all that much. And if he does, he's going to have to really, like, speed play this. So we can go Demon and bounce back here. I think that's probably the play. It allows us a lot of flexibility. I just think this deck, like... It just, dude, like everything that you planned going in It ruins it. I love that he's actually playing the pigs. All right. Now, I don't know if we can beat this right side. I know we could beat middle, and I have a good feeling we can beat left, even with just leader. Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to be enough there. And then next time we just play leader and or, I don't know, Iceman. It's kind of tough. Most likely he's going to have a Killmonger, no? Throne room?
I am Iron Man.
Oh, okay. So here's the good news. We just hit the armor. So we know that he doesn't have a Killmonger unless he drew it right now. If he does, he gets rid of the demon, and I think he'll take that. He can only play these two spots, which he would get rid of the hood too, so that's like a huge play for the guy. And also, we don't have really any way to win this right side. Do we think his one last draw was that Killmonger? Let's test it. He got it. He effing got it, guys. Good for him. That's wild. Because his lizard's going to go up too, so I miscalculated that. That's okay. That's all right. We can handle it. Man, that was some good draw luck on him. I probably would have done that again. You know, right? Like they always say, Lady Luck's never on your side. They probably have the card that you don't want him to have. But with hitting the pig, I felt pretty good. Unless I forgot if we played Iceman or not. Unless I hit the armor with Iceman and it made it a 3 cost, and then I hit it with the pig. Either way, we lost 4 there, but we'll live. All right, so we have Bast here. A lot of great cards of Bast. We're going to definitely play her down now, even with Lumeria. All right, we have Westview and we have Falcon. So, with having Falcon, I suppose it doesn't hurt to play down the ham now, even though it is going to give us 3. We could also just Bast this back. We could do nothing. There's a couple things we could do, but I think we're going to go with Spider Ham now. Just see what we get rid of. We need to essentially make sure we kill his Seraph for 1, but we have to kill his Killmonger. And or we just need to ensure that he's got the priority and we haven't played our demons down, things like that. I tried too hard to win that mid location. All right, so let's go Hood and Kitty Pryde. I don't think this is a... yeah, this can be the Bishop. So Morag, yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Necroshaw, okay. And then we have Black Widow now. So we're going to hit the Beast up. It's... You know, always getting back your kitty for free is nice, but really with this deck, we're going to be okay either way. We can play Falcon down and then kind of like redo our Beast turn, right? So we could do something like this and then go back and get these guys and then do it all again. That's also a possibility. I think what we do is we go Kitty Pryde, play Falcon right side, play Demon, and this will set us up for our bounce turn on turn 5 here. So, I don't see us losing Morag. We have our Kitty we could play now. We have our Hood we could play now. And then we have our Beast. We would not be able to Spider Ham an additional time. Bounce it all back. He's got Prio. We've got a lot of different things that we can do. You got to think all the time with this deck. And I made a boo-boo. Because we're not going to pick back up the Hood, which I think is... obviously fine, but we're going to be maxed out here on cards. He plays Lizard right side. So he has Prio, so now we can kind of go crazy. Even with the somewhat of a misplay, we're going to be okay. We're going to double up Demons, play Kitty right side, play Cable. At this point, it's just spread them out, right? So this is a good amount of power in the middle. We're going to max him out on the right side. He's going to go first with his Killmonger. And this should be pretty much the final blow here. So here's the Killmonger. The difference, right? You guys saw that last battle. The difference of letting him have the prio is really what's going to be important if you identify a Killmonger in this deck, because of how much we're relying on one-cost cards here. He's got a Shang-Chi, good to know. And then we smack that Sarah again. Alrighty. Let's see if he concedes. If he stays for another one, then we just play pretty passive. So he does concede. Now, one thing you guys are going to see today is like bounce decks are one that you want to play every day. The decks are so good, but you can even make the smallest of errors of card counting, things like that. Priority, I messed up there. But, you know, we did fine. We made up, but you're going to see some mistakes today, and it's good to learn from those, you know, because I'm, you know, far from a perfect player. First battle down, and we are making our climb to build up our infinity tickets. And let's see our next victim. Hopefully we don't have to worry about a Killmonger. All right, Secret Weaver. What? All right, we have X-Mention, Iceman, Kitty, Pryde. Yeah, this can always be tough what to do on this particular play. I always like doing Kitty just in case we get Bast and we can kind of play with that. We have Quinjet down, which I'm going to hope is a Rocks and Hawks deck because Spider Pig would cripple it. And here we go. All right, so we have Kitty again. We have Iceman. Let's go ahead and start playing the Hood as much as possible to Falcon it back. Next turn, we can go Iceman, Falcon, depending on what we get. That's interesting. I don't think we want to do anything because Falcon would take some of those back and be a bit weird. Man, that's a bummer. It's a bummer location. Here's the flop. Rough day, man. Rough day. We lost out on 1 point, but we are going to hurt his Darkhawk a lot, which is pretty sick. Yeah, looking at what we have, let's protect our demon, protect our Kitty, and I think we just kind of go somewhat all in here. We can always Falcon this back if we need to. Was that a Sentinel, man? What did I miss there? Yeah, that's a Sentinel. Okay, so we got Scorpion. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this combo is not bad, and then we could play Leader Dude, because that's a lot going on. Like, I feel like just doing this is pretty nasty. Kitty Pryde would come back and we couldn't play Leader, but at that point, I think that's all right. We have a lot of power spread out at the moment. And I think just like the fear right now of what we could do. Yeah. The fear alone. We got a free cube. I don't even know if we would have won that, but we'll take the aggressive snap there. And now that we know he's a bit more of a passive player, probably going to go in a little bit harder on our snaps, especially if we get Beast, which we didn't get Beast or Spider that last turn. This is obviously a really good location for him. He's going to snap, probably thinking that he has the edge there. If we can Spider Pig that, it's good to go. Well, that's just awesome. What? Dude, so can't we just... can't we just win? No, we just play the Iron Man lane and GG? I don't know. I think we're probably good to go. We'll have to see if we get like Spider Pig and stuff. Because we technically can play other cards here. You know, like I could play, maybe not Demon because it would even us out, but we could play other cards now that he played Korg, but just in general, it's safe to play those other cards. Another cube for free. And we got ourselves a really passive player. Probably should have snapped. I don't know. Not really turned sooner. We didn't know what was going on. All right, now for round 3, we're going to skip through this just a little bit. I did lose 2 cubes. We had Crimson Cosmos and obviously made it tough to play. We were kind of jammed with leader plays. So we continue with round 4. We are tied. All right, so we're tied. This is probably one I'll fast forward a bit, depending how close it is. All right, let's go Hood first turn. That's fine. Typically, I don't play the Hood unless I have Beast and Falcon, or we have obviously Bast for turn 2 Hood. Or turn 3 Hood. Asteroid M is favorable for us because of his Darkhawk that he's going to rely on. Meaning like backstreet buildings can be a lot easier to get. I don't hate Black Widow this turn. We can play it in the middle because we don't care all too much. Stop that card draw. Now, he does have Devil Dinosaur, which, you know, I guess Black Widow could help out a little bit, but I don't think so. And if he doesn't, then we just hit it with the Scorpion, yeah? So I think we're going to go Spider-Ham, Scorpion. We already have the leader. Man, I would be hard-pressed. With Asteroid M, I'd be hard-pressed not thinking we could win this. So we're going to go ahead and challenge him here. He's snapping. Let's go. I like it. I like the aggressiveness. Now he got that one win under his belt. He's feeling pretty good. Typically, you know, we'd like to snap if we have Iron Man and Bast, something like that. But I just feel like Asteroid M is going to royally screw him up. What did we play left side? Oh, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. He didn't realize that, I don't think. That's a bummer. Well, he would have stopped Spider-Ham. There goes his Devil Dino. I'm going to pop him with that, too. And now we're going to cripple him. We can go Cable right side. And Falcon left side. Okay, got a Zabu. That goes in the middle, too. Dude, Roxanox love it to death, but I knew Asteroid M was a bummer there. We got Dr. Doom. Let's go. That's sick. Dr. Doom is sick. Dude, we could go Iron Man and then Doom. Or we could go Iron Man and then Doom Doom here. And or Leader. And or like a couple of things, right? Yeah, this is good. I don't think he would have Enchantress because of the threat. He probably has Shang-Chi, I would guess. If he plays the 3 cost here or 4 cost, it goes in the middle. I mean, I would be pretty shocked if this doesn't win it. Because this would give us, what, 16 here. He would have to beat this without playing a 4-cost card, or he jams this up. How many cards do we have? 3. So his Darkhawk's not even that big. Like, the leader would give us a lot of comfort. But I don't know, man. Something fishy could happen. Doom or leader here? All right. I might bite myself. Doesn't matter. Let me know in the comments below. Is that a Doom or leader situation? I think that's a leader because of... I'm overthinking it, probably. I think that's a leader because there's nothing he could do with my Iron Man that would have not had me get the win. But I feel like, I don't know, with all the double Zabus, I got a little scared. Alrighty, now we have double sticks, 4 health to 8, so I like our chances. Oh my god, we have... Not only do we have... Oof, this is a good hand. Not only do we have Iron Man Bast, but we also have the Beast. You know, we could play Iceman now. Wait to see what we get, because pretty much all of our cards are good to Bast. I suppose that's not a bad play. Some people are greedy with their Bast, others not as much. I tend to play Bast a little bit earlier than people. Like if I have the cards I need. Right now, it doesn't really matter anyway with Falcon. Love the Falcon here because we can essentially build our cards up, take them back, play them into Stark, you know, do a couple things there. Iron Man is sure to... Yeah, that's pretty good. Because we've got Hood. Like, dude, that just killed his Darkhawk hand. And then we have Hood and Falcon, and then we can hurt his biggest card. Yeah, dude. And we got the leader. All right, so he's got to retreat, yeah, again, I would assume. Oh my god, he's double snapping. Let's go. I like it. All right, so let's go with this. We don't need to Spider-Ham multiple times. Yeah, but I'm drawing these. So if he has Darkhawk... Oh, that's rough. If he has Darkhawk, it doesn't do anything. That's a rough play. I think he kind of had to do it, though. I don't know if he had a lot of options at hand. So we can beast all this back, which is good and bad, right? Like, I think it hurts us a little bit for a few reasons, but they're free. Free's never bad. Yeah, I think we go... Iron Lad can't copy anything. The snap he did had to be because it was just like GG, right? That was a GG snap. All right, Iron Man gets power every turn we play him. We have a 5 Iceman. We can get another hood. Holy crap, guys! We play Bast now just to get pure value. Do we even need another demon? No, I think we just play leader here. We just don't want to clog ourselves, I guess, right? Hey, you got the devil dinosaur off.
I am Iron Man.
All right.
All systems
All right.
go.
So left lane's already won. We got the damn dude. Just punched him right in the mouth. Leader here. This here. We can match whatever he plays. Don't think he can get that. Yeah, this is GG. All right. Well, Battle 2. Battle 2. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty crazy stuff with this deck. I think there's a lot of ways to win because of the Iron Man and leader situation. I would say the things I'm learning with the deck is that Spider-Ham doesn't need to be bounced back all the time, especially if you don't feel like they have more cards. But dude, that was an 8 to like what 0 wins. That was clean. Battle number 3 of Gold Conquest. We got to take the same deck, right? Yes, like we have to. Okay, so we've got the last battle here, and you know, the first 2 I think went pretty well. That makes me nervous on the last battle. Okay, whatever. All right. Anyway, the last 2, I think we've gotten the deck down a little bit better now, and as long as this guy isn't too aggressive, man, some people just like to watch the world burn. We do have Spider-Ham, and we also have Cable. Having Iron Man Bast too, like, dude, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be an easy dubs. We smacked the Hulk. It's still a 14, dude. You do have to look out for that. It's not like that's a bad card. And then we took his Chavez, which is a gold one at that. So not the best, not the worst. Bast doesn't seem all that great anymore, but I suppose we can do it just to obviously get our Iron Man up. We're not going to snap yet. There's just no point. We need our Iron Man lane, whatever that is, to beat his Hulk lane. So we have to try to identify where we think that his Hulk lane is going to go, right? So we're going to play Hood in the middle. Not even going to try to challenge that Thor lane. We're going to let him have it. And we're going to hope, even though Sakaar is not going to be as good here, we're going to hope that we get some type of value. If we get Iron Man, it is awesome.
I am Iron Man.
Sometimes it's just meant to be, people. Sometimes it's just meant to be. Now, we have Leader to copy the Hulk. Oh my god, it's glorious. We're going to get another Infinity ticket here, unless I just, like, completely suck. All right, so we have Demon here. We've got Cable. I think we just... all we do here, I think we play Cable, Spider-Ham, and then do we just play Leader in like the middle? Right? We just play Leader in the middle and we just like copy wherever that Hulk goes. Okay, that makes the Hulk play a little harder. It's gonna be the... okay, so... okay, so if I go Leader here... We have 5. If he plays the Hulk, let's say, right? We would tie there. He would win this lane. We would win this lane. I think it's going to be a tie. Unless he does something I'm not expecting.
Mjolnir, to me.
So I can't do math because that's 10 to 3.